Hello, and welcome to episode 138 of Rivers Arcade Review. My name is Ed. My channel is dedicated to the coin-operated video games of yesteryear. Today I'll be reviewing a favorite of mine, Gimme A Break. Gimme A Break was released in 1985 by Bally, Sente. My first time playing this game was at Haunted Trails in Burbank, Illinois. Gimme A Break is a billiards game in which you control the action with a trackball and a cue ball position button. You play a game of straight pull, meaning you need to pocket as many balls before running out of turns. You will begin each game with 8, 10, 12, or 14 shots based on management settings. You'll also earn a bonus shot after sinking every 6, 8, 10, or 12 balls based on management settings. This game takes place on a standard pool table. You will have a top-down view of said table. Gameplay will take place on a green-colored felt. The felt will have a large lighter green oval which simulates an overhead light which you would see on TV. The dimensions of the table are identical to a traditional pool table, meaning the table is twice as long as it is wide. There will be 6 pockets on the table. The rails between the pockets will be the same length. The game begins with the traditional 15 pool balls in a standard triangle formation on the left side of the playfield. First ball will be placed dead center on the left half of the table. You need to place the cue ball on the right side of the table. You can place the cue ball anywhere in the right half of the right side of the table. Once you have placed the cue ball where you want it, you need to press the button to lock it in place. Once you lock in the position of the cue ball, the game will begin. To shoot the ball, you need to push the trackball in the direction you want to hit the cue ball. You can control the speed of the cue ball by how fast you push the trackball. The faster you push the trackball, the faster the cue ball will move. Just like traditional straight pool, sinking at least one ball will allow you to keep control of the table. If you sink 3 or more balls in one shot, you will get an instant slow motion replay. You can skip this replay by pressing the button if you wish. If the cue ball ends up falling into one of the pockets, it will be scored as a scratch. If you fail to sink a ball on a turn or scratch, you will lose a turn. Sinking all 15 balls will bring you to a bonus stage. During the bonus stage, you will need to do a trick shot. Either 2 or 3 balls will be placed on the table. You will get 1 attempt to sink as many balls as you can. You will receive 1 extra turn for each ball you sink. If you are able to sink all the balls on the table, you will also be awarded 3 extra turns. If you don't make the shot, you will be given a demonstration of one possible way to make it. You can cancel the demonstration at any time by pressing the button. You will face a trick shot every time you clear a table. After the trick shot, you will advance to another table for another round. This time you will play on a blue table which will have a slightly slower felt, meaning the balls won't roll as far as on the previous table. Other than that, the gameplay will be identical. After this trick shot, you will advance to yet another table. This time you will play on a red table. This table will be the slowest felt of all, meaning the balls will roll the slowest of all the tables. After clearing this table and the trick shot, you will advance to yet another table. This time the table will be golden color. This table will have the fastest felt of all, meaning the balls will roll the furthest. Clearing the gold table will bring you back to the green table, and the color scheme will repeat in the same order. After you clear the 10th table, you will advance to the red table again, and the table will remain red for the rest of the game. This game also offers a 2-player mode. During 2-player mode, you will play a game of 8-ball instead of straight pool. The rules for this game will play the same as a standard game of 8-ball. Player 1 will break, and whatever type of ball you sink, whether solid or stripe, will be what you need to sink throughout the game. You will begin with the same number of turns as a 1-player game, although both players will need to miss for the display to remove a turn. Once all turns have been exhausted, your game will end. During the 8-ball game, you need to sink at least one of your balls per shot, meaning if you are stripes, you must sink a stripe. After sinking all of your type of ball, you will then take on the 8-ball. If you sink the 8-ball without scratching, you will win the game. If you sink an opponent's ball, you will lose your turn, although if you sink both a solid and a stripe, you won't lose a turn. Anytime you scratch or only sink an opponent's ball, you will lose control of the table, and the other player will gain control. Just like a single-player game, you will get to play a trick shot after you sink the 8-ball. If you successfully complete the trick shot, you'll get to play another game, although if you miss, your game will end no matter how many shots you have left. After you play a second game of 8-ball, you won't get another trick shot and your game will end. Scoring for this game is pretty straightforward. You will score 1 point for every ball you pocket. During a 2-player 8-ball game, there will be no score. Only the player who properly sinks the 8-ball will win the game. I really enjoy playing this game and highly recommend playing it in an arcade setting since emulation doesn't do the game justice unless you have a trackball. I like this game more than Gyrus, but not as much as Moon Patrol, so Gimme A Break shoots its way into the 16th position overall. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any games you'd like me to review, please leave a message below or on my homepage. Please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to new videos every Sunday.